Buenos dias, you guys. I wanted to do this little vlog with you guys because I think you guys love when I do the sit down, like get ready, talk to you guys vlogs. And today I just wanted to bring you guys along with me on a little date with myself. So it is currently Saturday morning and I'm waking up early to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym and then I want to go to Walmart to get some things done. I don't know if Target's going to be open by the time I get out, but I need a new mirror because my mirror on my wall cracked. So I need a new outfit so I can look at myself in the mirror for my outfits. So I also wanted to talk about some things that I've just been going through as an entrepreneur, as someone that's going through her 20s, and I think it's important to talk about because maybe more people are going through it and we don't realize it. But let me catch you guys up. So you guys know that back in March I got a part-time job at Chipotle for 2 days a week just so I could focus a little bit more on my business to structure it, and that was amazing. I quit that job in October, so I haven't worked there since October. Then in October I decided to go back full-time into my marketing agency, into entrepreneurship. And then I got a huge opportunity to intern for this brand that I cannot name yet. So it was just very, very inspirational, and I learned a lot just from the few days from being there. And it has taught me so much about just confidence in myself, you guys, because I think that women of color or Latinas, we're usually the first in the room. We're usually the first at a lot of things, and you know, a lot of careers, a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities, that we forget that, you know, we deserve to be there. And sometimes I find myself questioning myself so much, like, you know, am I ready yet? Am I even worthy of this position? You know, how come I could get this level of success and how come my mom couldn't? And I feel bad I feel bad a lot of the times because it just doesn't make sense in my head. Like, you know, why was I able to accomplish this and be this successful, and why could my mom not do the same, you know? So there is a lot of guilt that goes in entrepreneurship, and I say that to say that, you know, a lot of people look at entrepreneurs on the internet, on Instagram, I think their life is perfect, but you have no idea what goes on behind the scenes, and how a lot of the times we're usually the first at doing a lot of these things. So it's, you know, it's foreign land while you're trying to navigate yourself. And a huge thing that I learned with entrepreneurship is a lot of it is confidence. Like, I did not realize how much entrepreneurship is confidence. And if you don't have the confidence in yourself, if you don't have the confidence in your values, your standards, and what you stand for, and your habits, then it's going to be really hard to build an empire off of that. And I've been blessed to be around huge brands that are making millions of dollars a year. And it just showed me that really anything is possible. And at the end of the day, we question ourselves so much, and we go off of what society says, what our family says, what other people say. We don't just listen and stop and listen to ourselves for once, and, you know, just look at our life and realize that we are so blessed just by how we act, how we think, what we do. And, you know, I find myself questioning myself a lot, you know, like, should I do this? Should I do that? I question my decisions a lot within my business. And, you know, again, just being around other entrepreneurs that are so confident in themselves, especially women that are so confident in themselves, it just goes to show that sometimes you don't need the validation from anybody else except yourself. So the last couple months, I feel like 2023 in general just has taught me so much about boundaries. It has taught me so much about just believing in yourself regardless of what that looks like. You know, just being really, really super strict with your boundaries, and learning that losing friends or just losing people is okay. You know, because that was one of my biggest worries, or that was one of my biggest concerns, is, you know, how can you still be friends with people that are not willing to level up their thinking, that are not willing to change their thinking? You know, they're suffering, they're complaining about things, but they're not willing to change anything. And for me, that was a huge thing that I would go back and forth on. It's like, you know, I'm giving them advice, I'm giving them tips to change their life, but they don't want to change. So it's like, at what point do you continue to be around that person, or do you just respectfully say, you know what, in this season of my life, I can't be around you, because their thinking will impact your thinking. And for the longest time, you know, I used to tell myself, no, it's okay, like, I can be friends with these people, their thinking is not going to affect mine. But then you start making yourself small. You start making your thoughts small. You start making everything about you small because you don't want to seem like you're bragging. And I say that to say that this year, you know, has just really taught me a lot in the power of, it's okay not to be friends with everybody. It's okay not to be friends with everybody in every season of your life, and it's okay to distance yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself for a year. It's okay to focus on yourself for 6 months, because again, the people who truly care and the people who truly care about you, they will have no problem in letting you disappear for a little bit and reach your goals. So yeah, I've just been having so many like what is it called, light bulbs, and I've just been learning so much from life, you guys. And I feel like I kind of rambled on, but I wanted to post this vlog so you guys could see, you know, some of the reality that goes in my head, some of the reality that goes behind the scenes in entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship, you know, me and my boyfriend were just talking about this last night, but yes, it does require skill. But if you truly want to succeed in entrepreneurship, you have to have you have to be delusional about your goals. You have to have like a high delusion about your goals. And you know, just keep in mind that nobody will understand your vision. Nobody will understand, you know, where you're trying to go. And as long as your goals and your habits that you're making, that you're doing every single day in your life, make sense to you, that's all that matters. And again, just one more thing that I've realized within these couple months is I used to feel bad for being too serious about my goals, because, you know, even my mom or other people would ask me, you know, why are you always working so hard? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And that's exactly what I mean when you have to be careful with your environment, because your environment will either help you grow or bring you down. And even if they're not trying to bring you down unconsciously, that does impact you, because then I don't want to feel bad and I don't want to work too hard around them because they think I'm bragging, or, you know, I feel bad. And it's like, I shouldn't feel bad for doing what works for me and what's best for me. So just some food for thought. I feel like this year has just taught me so much. I've learned so many lessons. I feel like I'm a completely different person. I don't know. Let me know down below. Can you guys relate with me? I'm gonna go to the gym with you guys. I just wanted to add you guys, because I didn't even address it. I don't think that imposter syndrome ever really goes away. I think that with imposter syndrome, you kind of just learn to, you know, realize your worth. And that's what I meant by realizing your worth. Is especially as Latinas or women of color, we're usually the first people in the room. We're the first Latina, we're the first woman of color, you know, we're the first woman in the room, or whatever it might be. And for me, one thing that helped me overcome my imposter syndrome was just realizing that just because I'm the first one in the room, it does not mean that I am not worthy to be in the room. Just remind yourself of that when you find yourself in situations where you're questioning yourself. Just remind yourself, just because you're not the only one in the room does not mean that you don't deserve to be there. Let me know down below if you guys want more videos on, you know, how to navigate the business world, especially as a Latina or especially as a woman, because I don't think we talk about that enough. But let me know down below, you guys. I just want to add one more thing, you guys. I love how I said I was going to stop rambling on, and I keep rambling on. But I just want to add that for me, another thing that helped me and my confidence and my imposter syndrome is you guys see myself all the time, like in real time. I stutter all the time, and it's like bad, you guys. I stutter a lot. And one thing that I've just learned on my entrepreneurship journey is that it's okay to not be perfect. Like, it's okay to, let me turn really quick. Like, it's okay to embrace your ¿cómo se dice? Como tus imperfecciones. Like, it's okay to embrace your imperfections. Like, embrace your weirdness, embrace your, you know, your not so hot moments like this, you know. I used to care so much about, you know, recording vlogs without makeup. You know, what would I look like? No me veo, you know, arreglada, me veo fodonga. And I've just realized that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. There's somebody out there that's going to relate with you. Nobody really cares about your perfect aesthetic. Nobody really cares that you look the best. They just want to be able to relate with you and your story. So I found so much more confidence in being myself lately. I found so much more confidence in just embracing my imperfections and just embracing that everybody's human, everybody's going through things. And the more I show up as my real self, the more that other people are willing to be their real self around me. So that's just something that has helped me recently. And maybe I'll make a whole video on what's really helped my confidence, because I've talked a little bit about it on TikTok, but, you know, I just remember being super, super confident in high school. And then, you know, there was a couple things that happened with me and my mom, and not to say that it's your mom, but I've talked a little bit about it on TikTok before. But I think as Hispanics, like, you know, they don't do it on purpose, but I think that unconsciously, like, sometimes your mom will low-key be your biggest hater and just say things because they didn't get the opportunity to do it for themselves when they were younger, you know? Sharing the last story with you guys because I just wanted to share how that did impact my confidence. That did impact how I looked at myself. And, you know, I feel like I'm finally entering my, you know, super confident era again. I'm 25 and I wanted to share this with you guys so you guys can see that, you know, just because people look confident on the internet doesn't mean that they are confident in real life. And, you know, I've had to work through that. I've had to work through how to be more confident, how to be myself, how to, you know, just embrace my skin. And for me, what helped me be more confident was just realize that, you know, everybody's human, everybody's going through stuff. And, you know, what other people think of you has nothing to do with you. Like I said, I share that story because what my mom used to say about me, it used to irk me. It used to get under my skin and it used to hurt because, you know, that's the person that you want to accept you the most for who you are. And I just realized that even with family, like some family will just never like you the way you are. Some family will never accept you the way that you are. You will always be too much for someone, and that is okay. So I wanted to share this with you guys so you guys can see that, you know, not everyone is perfect. I have my own insecurities. You know, I go through stuff every day, but I don't let it affect me as much anymore. I think I've just learned how to, you know, just take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, I just wanted to add one more thing. I will definitely make like another video on mom trauma because I don't think we talk about that enough. You know, hopefully my mom doesn't see this, but if she does, it's the truth, you know. And I think a lot of people don't like speaking up because they're scared to hurt people's feelings. They're scared to hurt their family's feelings. They're scared to speak about the truth. But I've just learned that, you know, lying to people doesn't really help anybody. You have to be real. You have to say the truth in order to heal, because sometimes, you know, the way you remember things is not the way that other people remember things. And sometimes when you talk about things, it just brings like a healing solution for both of you guys. A way that I really overcame, you know, a couple of my insecurities of, you know, my mama would always tell me, ¿por qué te arreglas tanto? You know, why are you putting so much makeup on? That I did start questioning myself, like, am I too much? And I just took my power back, you guys. I took my power back and, you know, I said, I really don't care. I love getting ready. I love doing my makeup. And if that seems extra for some people, if that seems like too much, then I don't care. Like, I really, really don't care because makeup is so fun to me. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel amazing. And I will never apologize for that. And you shouldn't either. Don't apologize for what you like. Don't apologize for what you love to do in life, because this is your life. And it's your life only. So enjoy it.